There's so much drama going on right now.
Girl, she not ready to have her.
Hey, what is up all my social climbing friends? It's Dustin and I'm back with another video in my quest to bring you guys better, new, refreshing content that is not the same regurgitated bullshit that you get about Jeffree Star, James Charles, and all these beauty YouTubers. I decided that I wanted to read you guys an article about Todd Chrisley as well as Julie Chrisley. Now, if you know anything about these two, they're in a bunch of drama. Now, I'm sure you know who these people are. They have the show Chrisley Knows Best, and they've been on TV for some time now. Todd Chrisley is currently trying to sue another YouTuber named Without a Crystal Ball, Katie Joy. Now, you guys know I really particularly do not care for this person, and the things that they say are very crass. Katie Joy is the female embodiment of Stephen Mango, and if you followed me for any amount of time, you know that I cannot stand Stephen Mango. But side note, he's over on TikTok now allegedly saying that he's a veteran and that he's in school to be a nurse or an LPN or something, and that's just very, very scary to me. But that is a topic for another video. Just a friendly reminder to please be respectful of one another. I know that everybody's opinions will not match on everything. That's fine. I love a good discourse, but please do not attack one another in the comments. It's just not productive and it doesn't get us anywhere in the grand scheme of things. And before any of you guys call me out, yes, I went to a water park yesterday and my face is really, really red, but my eyes look super green today. So I'm kind of digging it. So if you guys are here for this type of content, please stay tuned to this video. So this article is on Cinema Blend and it was written by Jessica Rawdon. So all credit goes to her. I'm going to be reading this and reacting to it with my own thoughts. And it's titled, How Long Todd and Julie Chrisley Could Go to Prison For and What's Happening While They Await Sentencing. It was confirmed only recently that longtime reality stars Todd and Julie Chrisley were found guilty on the charges related to bank fraud and tax evasion they had been facing in court in Georgia. Sentencing is not expected to come down until October of this year, and there are a myriad of questions in the interim. Namely, how long could the Chrisley Knows Best stars go to prison for, and what's happening with the reality stars before sentencing? Now, in the past, we've seen stars go to prison, we've seen stars go to jail. My favorite is Naomi Campbell when she actually had to do community service for throwing her phone at one of her assistants. And then there was Martha Stewart with her insider trading, which was shady as hell. I do think that it is going to be interesting to see how this is going to pan out and what kind of sentence that they're going to get. I'm sure that Todd Chrisley and Julie are going to get some kind of like preferential treatment just because of who they are. We see it time and time and time again. All the rich, privileged white people get away with like literal murder. And to be honest, I really don't know too much about this, but I think that when you have people like this doing things like this while there's people out here starving, and these people are literally allegedly stealing money from people in the government by not filing their taxes and faking reports and shit, it's rather gross and it really annoys the hell out of me. First and foremost, Todd and Julie Chrisley weren't facing just one charge apiece. There were a lengthy list of charges that had been tied to them and their former business partner, Mark Braddock. Side note, I believe that Mark Braddock is actually the person that Without a Crystal Ball was alleging had this alleged affair with Todd Chrisley. And my problem with that is, even if he was having an affair with him, who are you to expose that, Katie Joy? Like, I hate to even give you airtime or mention your name in my video, but who are you to try to out someone in the LGBTQ plus community? Now, I know that a lot of people for a long time have said that Todd Chrisley may be gay. If he is, that's his business. It's not our business. And if he was and he wanted to share it, he would share it. If he and Julie don't have a problem with what's going on, then I don't understand why you're trying to expose it on the internet. And side note, I don't even know if Julie even knew about all this shit. It's not my business. I don't know a lot about these people, but I know when somebody is LGBTQ plus and they don't want their shit outed, you shouldn't out it. Mark Braddock worked with the FBI to explain how the two TV personalities had filed loans under false pretense and even used new loans to pay off old loans. It was mentioned in court that Todd, with some help from former business partner, had worked out a way to make it look like he had a bank account with $4 million in it when no such bank account existed. The Chrisleys also owed money to the government in back taxes and more. Now, we all know how the government is. They want their money and they want it now. It's like that J.G. Wentworth commercial that used to be on TV all the time. It's my money and I want it now. The court case itself played out with Todd and Julie Chrisley claiming Braddock, who had previously worked with them, was actually the fraudulent party. But the case featured many notable moments, including Lindsay Chrisley getting the jury so riled that several members reportedly had outbursts in court. At another point, Todd Chrisley was alleged to have had an affair with Braddock in yet another major moment. It was reported in the courtroom the USA Network stars had borrowed over $60 million in order to support their lifestyle. It took 3 days of deliberation for the jury to reach the guilty verdict. Now, we've seen this time and time and time again. Now, I believe, if I'm correct, and I may not be because I've only watched a handful of episodes of Chrisley Knows Best, that Todd is actually a real estate person and that is actually what he built his name on and how he got his money and his success. But we've all seen this over and over and over and over and over again in pop culture and different people that get famous. They spend all their money, they'll rob rob Peter to pay Paul, and they don't have anything in the bank and they can't pay their bills, so they're forced to do stupid shit like this, to fake documents, to get loans, to pay off a loan and then pay off another loan with another loan. It's just bad business and bad money management. And I'm not just talking about Todd Chrisley. This goes for like literally everyone. I think we could all do a little bit better with managing our money, especially people that have like a surplus of money. After being found guilty on the charges, it was learned that both Todd and Julie Chrisley could face up to 30 years in prison. Though we won't learn more on that front until October 6th, the Chrisleys' lawyer has said they plan to appeal. I mean, if they were found guilty the first time, I don't know that appeal is really gonna help. And for Todd to say that this was all Mr. Braddock, I don't know that I truly do believe that in my heart. And I'm not Emily D. Baker, so I don't know the law. You guys follow her for that. What's happening with Todd and Julie Chrisley while they await sentencing? In another reality TV story, once Josh Duggar was found guilty on CP charges, the former 19 Kids and County star was whisked off to jail while he awaited sentencing. The Chrisley Knows Best stars will not deal with the same fate. Instead, they will essentially be under house monitoring until they appear back in court this fall. Now, this is kind of bullshit if you think about it. I get that they have family and stuff, and I get that they have recording obligations and stuff, but if this was any kind of normal person like myself or you watching this video, your ass would be in prison. I don't get the preferential treatment. I don't understand it. Do you guys remember Lori Loughlin when she did all that shit with her daughter? I don't even know if she spent any time in jail. I don't remember, but I remember that she did like take different classes in self-defense because she said that she was scared to go to prison. Well, if you're scared to go to prison, don't commit crimes. So I really kind of take issue with this. I don't think that they should have any kind of preferential treatment. $30 million. $30 million. I can't even wrap my mind around having $30 million in the bank, let alone being able to like take $30 million and sit my ass at home while I have to await sentencing. That is preferential treatment, in my opinion. I think it's bullshit. There are some restrictions that come with this, namely if they are spending more than $1,000. In addition, they are remanded to their homes, though there are some exceptions. Those include the fact they may go to work, leave to meet their attorneys, head to church, or may seek medical services at a doctor's office and hospital. In addition, U.S. Weekly reports that the electronic monitoring will be in use. Okay, that makes me feel slightly better, but do I feel like that's still preferential treatment and more than any normal person would get? Yes. Do I get that they're the face of a TV show? Yes. Does that make them any more important than anyone else? No. Weirdly, amidst all of this, a new season of Chrisley Knows Best is expected to air on USA Network. The episodes were already filmed prior to the events that played out in court over the last weeks. You'll be able to catch season 9 starting on Thursday, June 29th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as well as other episodes of the long-running series with a Peacock subscription. Finally, Chrisley Knows Best had already been renewed for season 10 before the trial went down. However, that's allegedly up in the air now while the famous couple awaits sentencing. We'll be sure to keep you posted no matter what happens on that front. So my major takeaways from this whole thing are that if you're famous, you can do whatever you want and get away with it for a long time, even after you've went to court. And I know that there's a lot of people that feel like Katie Joy has this like aha gotcha moment against the Chrisleys, but what they fail to realize is this lawsuit against her and defamation and all this slander shit that has been accused of her by the Chrisleys can still go through. So that doesn't mean that this case is going to go anywhere, and that doesn't mean that it's going to be dropped. Todd Chrisley has also always addressed this. And side note, I do listen to their podcast occasionally at the suggestion of Renelle Smith. I love her so much. She covers Katie Joy and all her bullshit. And I just love when Todd Chrisley says Katie Joey. It's so funny. It's almost up there with Michaela when she says tag it. But you guys, let me know what you think about this down below. Do you watch Chrisley Knows Best? And what do you think about Julie and Todd Chrisley? Because I feel like this is a mess. These people have been afforded a chance at a life that would not have had to have come to this. But we see this time and time and time again with famous people. They get greedy, and when they get greedy, they want more and more and more and more and more, and they don't want to work for it. And that just pisses me off. But you guys, let me know all your thoughts down below. But I hope you guys all have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever it is when you're watching this. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.